Let's start with Matt Doherty and the latest on the timeline and the information laid out today. Matt.
The hearings are continuing this hour. One law enforcement expert testified what happened in Uvalde wasn't due to a lack of equipment, but rather a lack of commitment.
1 hour, 14 minutes and 8 seconds.
That's how long it took officers to breach the door of the classroom at Robb Elementary. Texas DPS Director Colonel Steve McCraw said it should have taken 3 minutes to get inside because the door wasn't able to be locked shut.
This door was, it was open, okay, it was unsecured. Whether it was locked or not, it was unsecured because the throw did not fit correctly into the strike plate.
McCraw said it could have easily been pushed open, but apparently nobody tried. He called the response an abject failure. When one Uvalde CISD officer tried to move forward in the hallway, he was detained, his gun was taken, and he was removed from the scene. It turns out he was the husband of one of the teachers inside the room. Ava Morales called her husband and told him she'd been shot and was dying.
The officers had weapons. The children had none. The officers had body armor. The children had none. The officers had training. The subject had none.
Much of the afternoon's testimony focused on the shooter's background. Acquaintances later told investigators some of his frightening past behavior, including his habit for carrying a bag of dead cats. Yet nobody who knew 18-year-old Salvador Ramos reported he was a concern.
That at least half a dozen people said they had already identified in their minds that he was a likely school shooter. He was clearly seriously truant. He was in that classroom 8 years ago. So the question is did we lose him 8 years, 6 years, 4 years ago? But we probably lost him by that point in time. And he was literally dragging a bag of dead cats.
Outside law enforcement experts, including Chambers County Sheriff Brian Hawthorne, were asked for their assessments. Nearly all of them came to the same conclusion.
They need to be a servant to those students. They need to be a servant to those teachers. Somebody has to step up. Somebody has to take the bullets for the kids.
In Houston, I'm Matt Doherty, KHOU 11 News.